I'm asking you to join me every Friday, 5:30 p.m. GMT on the MHAASP Show, right here on MZ Radio London. It's a show where we talk about mental health and suicide prevention. Set a reminder for that. And just before I go, I want to let you know I care about your mental health. And you know what? Stick around right here on this station. Don't go nowhere. Another edition of the MHAASP Show with KP, reaching you live from MZ Radio London and AP Radio UK. My name is Kunle Pelemo. They call me KP. And whenever I'm here with you, KP is in the building. I want to thank you for joining us, and also to let you know you can tell someone to check this show, an AP Radio UK station with distinction. We've got good programs, and we play you good songs that will bless your soul as well. A big shout out to all frontline workers everywhere, helping us to fight against COVID-19. Your immense effort and sacrifices you've made, we can live.
Station on the hill.
MZ Radio London.
That's all that's what I'm going to say about suicide. That's what we're going to do on this show. We are debunking myths about suicide. Myth number one: talking about suicide increases the occurrence in the society. Talking about suicide increases the occurrence in the society. That's a myth. And a matter of fact, in that regard, and that is even regarded as one of the steps of curbing it in our society. Talking about it reduces the stigma associated with it and gives people the right information, just as we are doing on the show right now, and helps people who are having suicidal thoughts know what they do, how and where to find help. This particular news has done a lot of damage in our society in the past and even up till now. You might not likely find solution if you don't talk about your problem. So, myth number one, debunk. Break before we go ahead and debunk more myths about suicide. This is a song by my brother and friend, Ophios. The song is titled Where. I'll be back shortly. Don't go away.
Yeah, Ophios. All three beats. I can't live without you. I can't do without you. Bí mo ṣe ń lọ máa bá mi lọ. Bí mo ṣe ń lọ máa bá mi lọ. Bí mo ṣe ń lọ máa bá mi lọ. Bí mo ṣe ń lọ máa. Anywhere I go, 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 please follow me, go. Hey. Anywhere I go, 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 don't leave me alone, my love. Anywhere I go, 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 please follow me, go. Hey. Anywhere I go, 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 don't leave me alone, my love. Anywhere I go, 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 please follow me, go. Hey. Anywhere I go, 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 don't leave me alone, my love. Anywhere I go, mama pariwo, I let the world know you. Mama let go because you came and set me free. I'm free indeed. On solid rock, that's where I'm standing. If you know me for your word in my life, what would I've been saying right now? Now, no more struggling, no more hustling, no more wrestling, new mentality. I can't live without you. Oh, hey. I can't do without you. Yeah, I cannot breathe without you, Lord. Oh, hey. I can't go without your word. Hey, anywhere, anywhere I go, 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 please follow me, go. Anywhere I go, 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 don't leave me alone. Anywhere, anywhere I go, 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 please follow me, go. Anywhere I go, 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 don't leave me alone, my love. I can't live without you. Oh, yeah. I can't do without you. Yeah, I cannot breathe without you, Lord. Oh, yeah. I can't flow without your word. Yeah. Without you, there's no me for sure. No lyrics, no tune, no music. You're my inspiration. Jackie and you're my aspirations. I can sing loudly cause you back me up. And I eat daily from your table, Lord. I speak rhyme, I wait fire, what became flesh in me through love.
Playing the hits you're going to love. MZ Radio London.
You're welcome back. This is still the MHAASP Show, and you know, they're live on MZ Radio London, the AP Radio UK. Before we went on a break, remember we debunked myth number 1 about suicide, and let's continue to debunk more myths. Myth number 2: only people with mental illness take their lives. Only people with mental illness take their lives. That is myth number 2. No doubt there are reported cases of suicide associated with the victim's mental illness. However, it is absolutely wrong to generalize that mental illness is the sole cause of suicide. Research has shown that 54% of people who took their lives didn't have diagnosable mental disorder. Suicide, as we discussed in our previous edition, has been associated with a lot of factors ranging from simple to complex ones, with mental illness, mental health, and several other factors such as life stressors, trauma, sexual abuse, substance abuse, rejection, eviction, crime-related issues, bereavement, fear are some of the causes. So, myth number 2 debunked. Myth number 3: people take their lives only because they are either poor or unhappy. People take their lives because they are either poor or unhappy. You know, this is also another myth that we have to debunk, because there are several reported cases of rich and happy people who took their lives. Some of them are celebrities, some of them are famous, and some of them are comedians who even make other people happy but still took their lives. That's why in suicide prevention we advise that you check on people who seem the strongest. Check on people who seem the strongest. Sometimes you don't even look at the outward expression alone, because somehow it might be a physical facade. That what is displayed on the outside is not a true reflection of what is happening on the inside. So that person you normally see, laughing, you normally see, being jovial and the rest, you need to check on him sometimes. Don't assume that he is strong or she is strong always and does not need help. So that's why you need to check on people, who seem the strongest sometimes. Okay, so that is myth number 3 debunked. So let's see if we could take one more and debunk one more myth. Okay, myth number 4: suicide is a spontaneous and sudden action by the victim, thereby can't be prevented. That's another myth. Suicide is a spontaneous and sudden action by the victim, thereby can't be prevented. This is definitely a myth, because studies have shown that suicide victims show some signs, which could be verbal, or behavioral. If there is adequate support when these signs manifest, such people can be prevented from taking their lives. This is why sensitization is very, very important, so that people are aware of notable signs and preventive measures. When you begin to see some signs in some people, you should know whether those people are contemplating suicide. They are called signals. Those signals, if you are able to read them, then you can ask, people who are capable of helping such a person to intervene. Because most suicide cases that we have is as a result of lack of intervention. When there is a gap between the suicide ideation and then the suicide attempt itself, those are part of those things that we will talk about in subsequent editions of the show. When there is lack of intervention, then there will be a success rate in suicide attempts. So intervention will come, and then there should be support for people who are having suicide ideation, suicidal thoughts, and the rest. That is why sensitization, like we said earlier on, is very important. Let's create awareness. Let there be more advocacy group so that people will know the signs to look out for in people who are having suicidal thoughts. Those are part of the things we will discuss next. On the next edition of the show. So that's myth number 4 debunked. Those are the 4 myths that we debunked on the show today about suicide. Maybe next week we might debunk more myths about suicide, because it's important we educate people about all these things so that we know what to do and what to look out for. It is safe to talk about suicide, and then it's not only people with mental illness that take their lives, and it's not only the rich, it's not only the poor and unhappy people who take their lives. There are rich people or poor people who do so. And suicide is not just a spontaneous and sudden action that cannot be prevented. There are verbal signs, there are behavioral signs that we can look out for in people who are having suicidal thoughts, and by so doing we can create support for them, we can help them, and we can prevent them from taking their lives. All these will help us in our society in that goal of achieving a zero suicide society. And on that note, we'll call it a day on today's show. Thanks to my producer, Mr. Sergi Harmony, and all MZ Radio London and AP Radio UK crew. Thank you very much. I love you all. My name is Kunle Pelemo, and I'm going to sign off with a song of Joy Salil. The song is titled Everything. See you next week. Stay mentally healthy. Bye.
I've searched all over, but I know fit find one person. Wait to love me like you do. Wait to do the things you do.